So days 37 through 41 were spent around Jackson Hole, Wyoming and the Grand Teton National Park. And besides the amazing park itself, I also got to meet a whole bunch of very interesting people. Day 37 started off in Rock Springs, Wyoming, where I realized that I have a pretty big crack in my windshield. And even though it was Saturday and his shop was officially closed, this very nice guy came out and patched me up. So if you're ever in need, Alan's Glass Repair in Rock Springs, Wyoming is your guy. And on the way from there to Jackson, I stopped in a little town of Pinedale, where I got together with two very interesting people from Van Lifing Group. One is a repairman for wind turbines, and he travels all around the country. And he likes living in his van much better than staying in different hotels all the time. And the pictures from on top of wind turbines are mind-blowing. I wish they were doing tours up there. And the other guy is a geologist who works for the government, and it is his job to inspect federally owned dams. And I got a piece of very strongly worded advice not to live downstream from government dams. Now, Jackson itself is a very nice town. It was mobbed with tourists, and that was during COVID. I can't even think about what it's like on a regular basis. Teton Village is too touristy, and most places there were closed because of COVID. The legendary Antler arches. Now there is an elk reserve nearby, and when they shed the antlers every year, they're just picked and made into the arches. I had a bison burger, which was nice, but nothing special. And on my first evening in Jackson, I went to a movie theater and saw this amazing documentary that just won a whole bunch of awards at a Telluride Movie Festival. And it was about 5 friends from Poland who come to Latin America to kayak. They end up driving from Mexico to Wyoming and back. They end up kayaking the deepest canyon in the world and so many more adventures. So I really, really recommend you see this movie. And Monday morning, I find myself sitting in my car in the parking lot of Smith's grocery store, Googling if there is anything Jewish in town, because in the evening it's a Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. And the first thing I see is some local non-denominational congregation that is going to have services and then a concert, and it's all being held in a local church. And I'm a very open-minded person, but reading the description, I suddenly understood Ben Gurion, who said that he doesn't go to a synagogue, but the one he doesn't go to is the Orthodox one. And as I'm laughing at myself, I look up, and right past me walks a bona fide Orthodox rabbi. And I look at him past me, and I'm like, okay, this was meant to be. So I jump out of the car and I run after him, excuse me. And I asked him, you know, if he has a congregation there and if they have services. And it's the rabbi of Chabad of Jackson, Wyoming. Rabbi Mendelson graciously invited me to join them. And this was probably the most meaningful Jewish New Year services I've had in my life. The congregation around them is amazing, and so is his family. And to top it all off, I met a guy who lives 2 blocks away from me in Jerusalem. This is how small the world is.